my little Tattle Tells? Listen, breaking news, and it's about Wendy Williams, but not in the way you think. Listen, let me just start by saying this. If there's one thing Kevin Sr.'s gonna do, he's gonna eat. Whether that's off of Wendy or Deb Mercury. Y'all, what am I talking about? Wendy Williams' ex-husband, the ne'er-do-well Kevin Hunter, if you're new to my channel, sues Deb Mercury for wrongful termination from the Wendy Williams present in search of $7 million in damages. Article gets into this, right? Let's get into it. Shout out to the Shade Room for getting that exclusive. You better do your thing. Also, y'all, follow the Shade Room and keep an eye on the situation, because if the Shade Room got an exclusive, that means that they're leaking other information to Shade Room. Maybe, allegedly. Anyway, let's get into this. It says, there's been a lot of talk lately about the Wendy Williams show, and it looks like it'll be that way for quite some time. Ex-husband of Wendy Williams, Kevin Hunter, has filed a lawsuit against the production company Deb Mercury for wrongful termination. Yo, remember there were also rumors last week I reported on that Wendy was planning on suing Deb Mercury if they for canceling the show early, and y'all were like, oh, they ain't got a case, they don't got a case. Sometimes it don't matter if you got a case. Sometimes it just matters if you got the balls or money to sue. But let's get into this. According to documents that were exclusively obtained by the Shade Room, shout out to that exclusive, the ex-husband, Kevin, of the media maven, filed documents in New York on Monday, February 28th. What? Let me go hop, skip, and jump myself to pacer. Anyway, in the lawsuit, Kevin Hunter claims he was terminated on the basis of his marital status, which is barred by the New York City human rights law. Yo, do you think Deb Mercury was that stupid to fire Kevin because she was Wendy's husband? And now that her and Kevin allegedly are getting along, he's gonna keep Wendy out the lawsuit and just go after Deb. Listen, say what you want. If this is true, Kevin knows how to keep a check. Let's get some more into this, right? Kevin says, as a result of the firing, he has suffered an economic loss, which will be determined by trial in the range of $7 to $10 million. Now, one thing I do know about the Brooklyn court system, if this is federal court or even if it's superior court, Brooklyn is notoriously good. Anything dealing with workers' rights, anything. Put it like this, if he has even the slightest of the case, he's going to get the maximum amount in Brooklyn. Shout out to laborers standing as one. Now get this, right? He claims that in April 2019, after Wendy filed for divorce, he received a letter from the Deb Mercury that stated he was terminated. The letter read in part, effective immediately, your role as executive producer of the Wendy Williams show is terminated, and your professional relationship with Deb Mercury is also concluded. Now here's the thing. Now that the Wendy Williams show threw Kevin under the bus, and he was holding this in his little holster, and now that Wendy and him are cool, I really do think that he's like, all right, bet, I got your blessing, I'll keep you out of it. You guys, this makes sense. Now here's the thing I'm gonna say before I finish this article. I do think they fired him with Wendy's blessing because Wendy couldn't stand him or Sharina. Y'all remember when she said he's a serial killer and she hopes he destroys her life? Anything dealing with workers' rights, anything. Put it like this, if he has even the slightest of the case, he's going to get the maximum amount in Brooklyn. Shout out to laborers standing as one. Now get this, right? He claims that in April 2019, after Wendy filed for divorce, he received a letter from the Deb Mercury that stated he was terminated. The letter read in part, effective immediately, your role as executive producer of the Wendy Williams show is terminated, and your professional relationship with Deb Mercury is also concluded. Now here's the thing. Now that the Wendy Williams show threw Kevin under the bus, and he was holding this in his little holster, and now that Wendy and him are cool, I really do think that he's like, all right, bet, I got your blessing, I'll keep you out of it. You guys, this makes sense. Now here's the thing I'm gonna say before I finish this article. I do think they fired him with Wendy's blessing because Wendy couldn't stand him or Sharina. Y'all remember when she said he's a serial killer and she hopes he destroys her life? Remember when Wendy said that, right? But now that Wendy's sick, and now that Deb Mercury has literally thrown Wendy away, and Wendy's looking at suing them, Kevin's like, you know what? Let me go sue too. Now here's the thing. Why do you think Kevin held off on suing Wendy? Do you think because Wendy was paying alimony and he was holding on to that before the statute of limitations expired, just in case he had to push her for some extra baby formula money for Sharina, some extra carrots to make some vegan bacon? Shout out to that vegan bacon, right? But regardless, he seems like he has the evidence, and he seems like he might have a case. Debmar Mercury is going to end up paying that money, which makes me think, what did they do dirty to Wendy and how much money they owe her? But listen, let's get back to this article. Kevin's lawsuit goes on to claim that in 2007, the production company started negotiation talks with him and Wendy Williams. And Kevin also states he represented Williams at all times during negotiations between Debmar and Williams. He said he was used to being behind the scenes with Wendy prior ventures and used his business knowledge and street smarts to negotiate a significant financial increase from the initial contract being offered to Wendy. Now listen, I believe that Kevin was vicious when it came to making sure Wendy got her coin. Unfortunately, he was also equally vicious to her heart, his proclivities, making a fool of her. You know, that's the thing about when you got a Rottweiler, right? A lot of times we like to think that Rottweilers just go to war for us. But a lot of times if you don't got that chain around their neck, they're going to war with you. Shout out to all the Rottweilers, but you know what I'm saying. Also says that he was executive producer on the show from November 2007 to, April 2019. Now, why is that important? Because part of a wrongful termination is showing that had you not fired me, I would continue to be in this role up to the present. Right? Now they can argue the show's getting canceled in June, but Kevin can also argue, all right, so from 2019 until June of 2022, you owe me all my money, plus you owe me treble damages, punitive damages for firing me without cause. Now pay me like you weigh. That's why he's trying to establish this. Now they can show, well, we were going to fire you anyway. Then his damages aren't as much, but he's trying to establish that there was a good 3-month timeline. And had he kept on going, he started in 2007, he would have rode out until the very end with the show. But let's get some more into this article. Woo, baby, let's take a look at these damages, because I was just about to ask, how much does Kevin make on that Wendy Williams show? In the documents that Kevin submitted, he said he was contractually obligated to 10% of commission of revenues. 10% commission of revenues. Now, they also mentioned that the duties Kevin was responsible for, among many, he says that he involved the creation of the show's brand, the look and feel of the show, helping conceptualize the wildly popular Hot Topics, Shoe Cam, Hot Seat segments of the show. I smell a massacre in this courtroom. Kevin is about to get his queen. That 7 million is just a start if he can prove even half these claims. The filing claims that many of the segments Hunter helped create on the Wendy Williams show will be a part of Sherri Shepherd's new show. Kevin Williams know how to keep a bag by hook or crook. If he can prove that it's going to be used in Sherri Shepherd's show, that is such big money. But get this, it also hurts Sherri Shepherd's show, because I think the network thinks that they can take everything from the Whitney show. I keep calling her Whitney to Kevin's Bobby Brown, but if they can take everything from Wendy's show and put it in Sherri Shepherd's show, it'll be the same feel. Kevin is saying, not so fast. Take Sherri Shepherd, but the shoe cam, the Hot Topics, and everything that made the Wendy show, that was my idea, and you gonna have to pay like you weigh. Either way, he has them by the something, right? By the kahunas. Now get this, he also states that the show never recovered from his firing. That Debmar Mercury underestimated his value to the show. Well, that's not surprising to hear, because you damn sure underestimated Wendy's value to the show. So I'm sure Kevin was just like, take out the trash. Even though, like I said, Kevin is not asking for, he's asking for no less than 7 million and punitive damages, lost wages, commissions, and he's also asking for the costs and fees of this proceeding, including legal fees. Let me tell y'all something. Kevin might have just secured the bag. I don't even like that ne'er-do-well man. He might have just secured the bag, because let me tell you something. Woo! They fired him at Wendy's behest, but since Wendy might be incapacitated and they are not dealing with Wendy anymore, they also have to pay for what they did. Now get this, Debmar Mercury could sue Wendy for telling them to fire Kevin. However, if Wendy is incapacitated or she cannot testify or whatever, and they don't have the paper trail, Debmar Mercury is on the hook for everything, baby. Kevin said, I'll show you how to do this, son. Listen, she said, Wendy, sit your butt down. We about to get them for everything we can. Sharina, don't worry about your little vegan bacon made out of portobellos and carrots. Don't worry about the baby's college fund. I got everything. Sit down. Woo. If only Kevin was as nice as he was business smart, maybe him and Wendy would have worked. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think. Do you think Kevin has a case? Are you happy he's sticking it to Debmar Mercury? How do you think Wendy's gonna fare? And listen, I believe these reports by the Shade Room. They are an exclusive. Let me go get these documents so we can have a live. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We're doing a live. All right, baby. I'll talk to you later. Bye.